All right, let's talk about the future, and I mean the real future. Forget your phone for a second, forget your watch. The next huge battleground for big tech, it's not in your pocket, it's not on your wrist, it's gonna be right on your face. So yeah, let's dive into this crazy race to build the ultimate wearable AI. And that brings us to this really bold prediction, which is kind of the whole point of what we're talking about today. The idea here is that the most powerful AI of the future, it's not going to be something you type into a search box. No, it's going to be something that sees the world with you in real time. We're talking about a massive shift in how we even think about technology. So the billion-dollar question is, who's actually winning this race to put AI on your face? Well, right now, it looks like two of the absolute biggest names in tech are gearing up for a serious head-to-head clash. You guessed it, Meta and Google. Okay, first up, let's look at Meta. And they believe they already have the frontrunner. See, they aren't just messing around with prototypes of some far-off future tech. They're actually putting a price tag on it with their new Ray-Ban display glasses. And get this isn't some far-off concept anymore. Meta has put a price and a date on it. It's going to start at $799, give you up to 6 hours of battery, and it's scheduled to be released in the US in September 2025. I mean, that completely transforms this whole idea from sci-fi into an actual product you'll be able to go out and buy pretty soon. So you're probably wondering, what can it actually do? Well, it's designed to be a real jack of all trades. We're talking about making phone calls, snapping pictures, doing live video chats, getting directions. It can even translate conversations as they're happening. And of course, all sorts of AI searches. And you control it all through the glasses and this little connected wristband. Pretty wild, right? You know, all of this gives Meta a huge head start. Think about it. Unlike some of those really bulky headsets we've seen, like Apple's Vision Pro, this thing is actually sleek, it's practical, you could actually wear it out in the real world. And that difference, just that one thing alone, makes them the clear frontrunner in this race. At least for now. But come on, you can't talk about a major tech race without bringing up Google, right? So let's shift gears and look at the challenger. How is Google planning to fight back? And this is where you can really see the core difference in their playbooks. It's fascinating. Meta is all about shipping a single, complete, integrated product. Get it out there. Google, on the other hand, they're still in the prototype phase, but they're playing a much longer game. They're building something called Android XR, which is a whole operating system just for smart glasses. So see, they don't just want to build one device. They want to be the software that powers an entire ecosystem of future devices from all sorts of companies. You know, exactly what they did with Android on smartphones. Okay, but this whole race, it's about so much more than just cool new gadgets. This kind of technology forces all of us to stop and confront some really big, really massive strategic and ethical questions. And those ethical hurdles they're serious, and they escalate really fast. I mean, it starts with the obvious one, right? Secret filming. But then it gets into this more subtle stuff, like privacy invasion. Just imagine someone looking up information about you in real time while you're in the middle of a conversation with them. It's not a huge leap to see how this could be misused for crime, which, you know what that means. It's almost guaranteed to trigger a huge wave of legal restrictions. Society has a lot to figure out here, and we need to figure it out fast. So beyond all those big societal questions, there's also a really fascinating business strategy happening here. And to really get what Meta's long game is with these glasses, you have to look at their unique approach to AI. See, while most of the other tech giants are locked in this super expensive arms race to build a general-purpose AI, Meta is focusing its energy somewhere else completely. They're building AI to make their existing social media platforms even more powerful. So why that specific focus? Why not join the big AI arms race? Well, this next number is the key to everything. 4 billion. That's how many people use Meta's platforms. We're talking Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, every single month. Just let that sink in for a second. That is nearly half the population of the entire planet. So you see the play here, right? Meta's strategy is to use AI to make its core business, social media, advertising, even more powerful, even more valuable. It's a strategy that lets them sidestep the absolutely mind-boggling costs of that general AI race, and instead, they get to leverage their single biggest asset, that massive user base. It's a completely different game they're playing. And honestly, it might be a much smarter one. All right, so let's pull all these threads together. What does this really mean for the future of AI? Remember that quote we started with? Well, it's exactly where we need to end up. This race between Meta and Google is not just about some new gadget. It's about defining the main way all of us are going to interact with artificial intelligence for years and years to come. So what's the real game-changing advantage here? What's the big deal? It really boils down to one word: persistence. Wearable AI can be with you constantly. Always on, always observing, always ready to help you out. It's basically the ultimate seamless bridge between our digital lives and the physical world. And that leaves us with one final and really critical question. The technology is pretty much here. It's coming. But as a society, are we really ready for a world that's always on and always watching?